So what you gotta do, you're gonna press the 9 button.
Huh?
Figure it out.
I can't.
Hey, lady, you gotta do this. Hurry up, it's a quick process. You got it?
I got it.
Getting to build our own set was a huge advantage and a great thing to have. If we had to rent a place, we would have really stretched our finances even more thinner than they already were.
So we just were talking during meetings, and why not build it? It's 4 walls. You know, I've got my handyman side of me. I wasn't good enough of a person to build sets to figure out how the heck to make it portable and strong enough to have people inside and work around it. So we decided, okay, well, let's leave it where it is, my garage.
We did not know that it would be in there for 4 years. It was in there for 4.5 years.
I really regret that decision.
Most of the tools were my mom's, and so I would have to go home, grab them, bring them to Eric Yaris's house. A lot of trips back and forth to Home Depot. I had a truck, Yaris didn't, so he'd always call me like, "Hey, Roos, can we borrow your truck? You know, we kind of need some stuff." I'm like, "All right."
There was really no planning, not much planning. It was just like, what do you want it to look like? Wood. I kind of want this pole thing to be in it. All right. We all kind of just showed up every weekend and started hammering away randomly, almost.
We got the first, we'll say, prototype elevator up, and then we sent some photos back to Anthony and our directors, and first response was way too big for one elevator. And that pretty much for me was like, okay, we're screwed.
Luckily we had Nathan, who's just stayed there every now and then for hours and hours, just kind of molding this thing into something that looks professional.
He basically was able to slightly change the structure of the elevator enough that we can get 2 elevators into the space of that one without them being too small. They were just perfect size.
I just cut it in half, made it 2 elevators on the one plot. We made them exactly the same. We just made them identical.
The first elevator looked a lot nicer, and the second one was the exact same thing. And then after we built it, we just had everyone show up. Whoever showed up at the house at the time just wrecked the thing. We just punched the walls, we drew on it, do whatever we thought you were drunk and you would do to that thing.
My nephew, Jonathan, he is an artist, and I think specifically he's a graffiti artist. And he came in just to kind of show everybody how to actually use a spray can. And he started doing it, and he just started getting into it. And everybody else saw him doing it, so everybody grabbed a can and started doing their own thing inside the elevator.
Each person had their own touch on the elevator.
So when you're watching the film, after you've watched it a few times, that's something to look on the wall. Look at the graffiti. You'll see little bits of every single person who worked on the film there.